What is up, random person on the internet? RandomTitanGuy here, back with a new Humankind series. This time, we're doing things slightly different. We're playing on a custom map. The name of the map designer is currently not in my mind, but I'll have the name in the description. It is a slightly edited map because this map contains all the DLC, natural wonders, but his did not include for the new Oceania update. So I did a little tweaking, added them myself, and made just put a tiny island, quote unquote tiny, in a piece of the Caribbean. But now we're going to be playing on the world map, taking our exploits a bit global. I have not played on the map before. I know where we are. I know where roughly where the AI is starting, so I do have a slight advantage. But in terms of resource displacement, resource placement, luxury, and strategics, no idea.
Not everything worth appreciating was forged by human hands. Sustenance, security, and pleasure. Wonderful stuff, this simple food.
And that should give you guys a good idea of where we are. We have the Great Barrier Reef. Game. You're supposed to highlight the reef game, making me look bad. We are starting off in Australia, land down under. There is no land connection to that. Aha, I know basic geography. Okay, 20 science. Sorry, not science, influence. We could set something down right there. I think it's worth to run up, grab this, and head back down. So I have a bit of an advantage considering we are playing Australia. We are starting in Australia. We have the Great Barrier Reef. Ooh, it's still not showing me what it does. Darn you, game.
What's over there? It's one of those moments that make you feel like a small thing on a wondrous planet. Not everything worth appreciating was forged by human hands.
So we have two wonders almost next to each other. We have the Bungle Ridge, which gives stability for your city or outposts, science on your commons quarters, and food on your commons quarters. We have the Lu, which gives faith on your commons quarters, and then additional faith on your main plaza. We can get a research boost, technically. Okay, finally have a second pop. Can start. Okay, I want to get a science star.
A first outpost means a first step into a new territory and a new extension of your empire's power, but also a new vulnerability.
Okay. In terms of secondary outposts, darn it, but here looks like a good one. Circle around for that food later. Yeah. Knowledge star gained. A tribe's legacy. You stand at a crossroads. For many moons, the tribe has trekked the wilderness, slowly, treacherously, learning the secrets of this world. How will the materials hidden in the deep places, and in plain sight, might be fashioned to the tribe's advantage? How the beasts and plants of the land and seas can be most fruitfully harvested, and how myths and stories can glacially but inescapably give power over your greatest enemies, other tribes. Now you must decide in what domain the tribe will truly sharpen its knowledge for the years to come. Will you be renowned as makers, farmers, or charmers? And I think we're going to go with a bit of a charmer route this time. We have all victory conditions on, so that is last man standing, world end due to pollution, the Mars mission, and just regular completing of all technologies. And we are playing on humankind difficulty, the hardest difficulty. So this is going to be a trip. And we have a very small landmass, but a landmass all to ourselves. I don't remember how much these would give. Yeah, it's just one influence, so it's not really worth taking. We aren't going to find anyone for a while, so a discount on city defense I feel might be a bit more useful. This way. Right now we're just chartering the entirety of our really big island. Oh, there are wild animals over here. So there should be a sanctuary around about here. There was not a sanctuary. I want to put down at least one more outpost before we actually move on in eras. 3 people have moved on already, but we are at least tied with score for first place. Yeah, I should be able to move back that way. Should be free to put you guys on auto explore. Oh, there's the sanctuary. Okay, the tribe stops short at the riverbank, hesitant to wade into the waters that seem to be flowing unusually fast and deep. Thanks thanks to recent rain, this peaceful stream has swelled. The current strengthened enough to be fording at a dangerous maneuver. To make fording it a dangerous maneuver. Indeed, you watch in awe as a large tree branch, felled by the storms, rushed past in the blink of an eye, carried downstream by the river's choppy surface. What orders do you give the tribe? We can test the water. We get a research on sailing and fishing. Can get buoyant for 10 turns. Would buoyant give us the ability to would buoyant give us the ability to say to like pseudo sail? I'm gonna try it. Going to try it. Darn it, it doesn't look like it works that way.
I'm on it.
Oh, that's what it does.
Onwards.
It makes it so we can cross rivers. Okay, that's significantly less interesting than I thought it was going to be.
For our young.
Okay, that is a next pop. This place isn't really food heavy. I'm trying to figure out where I want to settle. I guess
We move.
the somewhere around this area. This is where like Sydney would be. Yeah, Sydney would be in like, this general area. So can I put a marker down? No, I can't. That's weird. Markers aren't available in multiplayer. And it being a custom map,
Executing your first ransack is not very friendly, but it's better to be the ransacker than the ransackee.
I have 2 pop. I can take you,
This way.
move you here.
It's one of those moments that make you feel like a small thing on a wondrous planet.
Oh right, Lake Hillier. I forgot about you. Lake Hillier gives stability, food, money, influence, and 10 faith on the main plaza. So Lake Hillier is one of those that need to be attached to a city in order to use its full potential. You
This way. Onwards.
okay, we do have enough to move on. Yes. Remind me later. I want at least 1 more star for no other reason than bragging rights. Okay, we can finally see the Great Barrier Reef. It gives stability for your outposts, money on city or outposts, influence and food on the harbors. So we should be getting 5 money from the Great Barrier Reef. And that's about it. Oh, why did I not process that all of this is the same territory? So you, this is technically a better spot, but moving you here. So what I need is someone to settle.
If you want to be among those apocryphal winners that write history, you'll have to do better. Courage.
Okay, so that with that how it is, I think good. with the new expansion, it gives us access to 7 new cultures. I believe it is 1 new culture per era, plus an additional in, I believe, the early modern. I believe it is early modern, but we get a new culture for we get a new, not Indonesian, Oceania based culture. So first one, the Pamanungan, hope I'm pronouncing that right. Storied lands, plus 3 influence on landmark part. I believe landmark parts are, I don't remember if that is natural wonders. The, what are they called? Like features, like geysers, game spots, or they specifically speak to like nature reservable spots, or they specifically speak to nature reserves. But there's also plus 5 influence on natural wonders. We have 3 in our, we have 2 in our territories currently. 1 we are waiting for the influence for, and 1 directly south. I do know there is 1 fairly close east and another not that close to us in the north. We also have the boomerang throwers, ranged units. They are pathfinders, so they ignore movement penalties from forests, and they regain health outside of our territory. And fish traps allows construction of a new district of adjacent to them, counts as a farmer's quarter, plus 2 food per adjacent river, extra farmer's quarter slot, and the usual stability penalty. Beautiful attire.
The challenges of a young civilization. It's hard keeping up with the neighbors when they have the wheel and you don't. Humankind learns quickly that everyone contributes. If you're terrified of wild animals, you can grow lentils or catch fish. Tribes settle towns. Towns develop markets, and markets begin the exchange of goods, services, and most important, rumors and hearsay. Moving on as the Pamanungans. Powerful stories teem across the world's wondrous places.
Okay, Pamanungans. We can found a city. That is going to be
It is
here.
not just a bunch of buildings. It is warmth, protection, and, praise the gods, a bit of privacy.
We are going to still need 148 influence in order to settle for the Uluru. Yes, 26 food off the bat, and we are currently only making 7. Switch this to a growth focus, drop that down. 2 of you guys go on auto explore. In terms of technologies, we have a discount to fishing and was it sailing? These are still, oh no, we did not take those discounts. We have a discount to city defense, which not that useful. We have copper in our immediate vicinity. We can not very easily, but we can attach this outpost, but it's not necessary at the moment. So I guess what we need is the ability to get into the water. Sailing would be, I guess, that. We have salt, silver, and that is pretty much it. So there's no rush. We don't need domestication. We don't have to rush for calendar. So yeah, get carpentry, get sailing. We can hit a cultural blitz fairly soon. We just need a bit of money. Any of these guys can find some. Where would even be a good place? Because a lot of this is sterile terrain. So we aren't going to be getting much from this territory outside of the wonder and the few resources around. So I'd want to settle somewhere not directly in desert. So like here. There is at least some resources around you.
First, to map the continent. Others will be after your boot designs and blister medicines.
Okay, that is the entire continent mapped. Should have double checked to make sure the continents were named properly. I don't think they would be. Okay, I don't think we're going to settle. I don't think we're going to evolve a next city on mainland Australia. You stay here. 2 turns. Barring none of these guys find anything more useful. Okay. You head this way. You can stay on auto explore. We should. Okay, so we haven't unlocked civics yet. Wonder what's going to trigger that. Okay, you settle here. Deed accomplished. We have conquered the continent. Arguably the easiest continent to conquer. So, quick breakdown. We have, again, a world map. So we have all 7 continents. I believe there may be a bit more due to how the game map is laid out. We have lost our... I think we are currently either losing or have lost our buoyant stat. We can cultural blitz, spend off a bit of gold to boost. Get 270. Well, 390. How much do we need? Oh, we can claim a wonder. Interesting. Salt would give us plus well, cumulative effect is extra salt, extra food on all your cities for the amount of salt. The wondrous effect, which we will get from the Hanging Gardens, is 2% food. And this is 2% science, neither of which are particularly interesting. The Pyramid of Giza. I know we are pretty far from Giza, but it would give us a 25% district industry cost. Very valuable. Stonehenge, faith. We should be getting a decent amount based just this is faith. This is faith. This is food. That is science. So I believe the Pyramid of Giza, it must be placed next to a river. That I remember. Thankfully, we do have rivers in our vicinity, and it doesn't have to be placed on a river, it just has to be placed next to one. Of herds and heirlooms. Today, the era of nomadism is a distant memory for your people. Multiple generations of families having lived and died in the same city over the course of centuries. Every death comes with pain and grief for those still living. But as time has passed, family quarrels have also become commonplace as arguments over material possessions flare up. One distinguished family, riven by disputes over the herd of prize cattle, has asked for you to establish a clear system of inheritance to help avoid future arguments. What is your decree? We can overlook, let them figure it out. Distribute evenly among all the living or privilege. The family will not dilute any we will not dilute any family's bloodline. The firstborn will obtain all the material assets. Hehe. Firstborn privileges. Okay, we can get an expansionist star if we just claim, if we attach one more territory. Boom. Expansionist star unlocked. 6 more turns. We can settle here rather easily. We can set up another fish trap. You are kind of just waiting till we can travel overseas. So you go on alert, or go on the river just for additional visibility. I'm going to leave one guy exploring because he may pick something up. Well, yeah, bring you all the way up there. Let the other guy roam around. I may turn on auto explore on these guys a bit later. Okay, in terms of score, we are surprisingly second place. Granted, we are a few stars behind, so it's not all bad. We can get an expansionist star in about 2 turns. We could also potentially turn this into a city, but any second city we're going to start doing that somewhere over the rainbow.
In constructing an emblematic quarter, you have become a builder and a creator. There is more to creating an empire than just yelling orders.
This is pretty cool. So let's see, we should, come to think of it, be getting additional. Yeah, we are getting Great Barrier Reef. Yeah, Great Barrier Reef already gives 5 influence. So we're getting 15 additional influence per turn from our natural wonders. Okay, we could increase the influence per turn. We haven't unlocked Civic C yet, which is kind of annoying. Pyramid of Giza would take a decent amount of time. And a next fish trap could be viable. Yeah, 21 food over there. It would help the city grow very quick. We don't need an additional scout. We don't necessarily need a maker's quarter. Could consider putting down the pyramid somewhere. Honestly, the pyramids look kind of cool over here. 7 food, 9 production. There isn't any high... Oh, take that back. This is 7 food, 12 production, and science. Why is it science? What is giving it? Oh, the... Whatever this is giving science. You know what? Fine. We aren't going to meet anyone for a while, so labor contractors aren't going to be a thing. We are 1 turn away from carpentry, so let us head to this next turn. We will attach this. Expansionist star unlocked. Yeah. Our city is making waves. Okay, we should prioritize a lumber yard above the pyramids because this lumber yard will make building the pyramids easier. We don't need boomerang throws at the moment. We are still 25 turns away from fishing, more so away from sailing, where we'll actually be able to go over the water. We do not get benefit from anything outside of bronze working. Can we? This is just 3 copper, so even with bronze working, we aren't going to get the full cost. We won't be able to get the full copper cost for a forge. So yeah, I think the path we're on is decent. Calendar will give us the ability to build granaries, which will at least help growth, because we can currently only have 5 farmers. So fish trap would allow us to build 1 more, and oh, we only have the ability to build 1 more fish trap. Yeah, must be placed on a river. So currently we only have 1 more place for a fish trap. Well, 1 more, how should I phrase it? We can only place 1 more fish trap with the territory we have now. But we are making faith. We should probably get the option. We should probably next turn start being able to develop our own faith. Okay. But with that, I have been RTG, you have been you, and this is the first episode of a new series. I would like to be a bit selfish and ask you guys to leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe if you haven't already, so that you'll be notified when new episodes of the series come out. This is still a growing channel, so every little bit of support helps. And who knows, this might be what takes the channel to the next level. And it will be thanks to your support. But with that, I've been RTG, you have been you. Peace, love, tranquility to all of you, and I will see you next time.